Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever the case may be for you kids. It's good to see you again. I was going to do a live tonight. Uh, Once it gets below like about, I don't know, I would say about 28 here, your internet starts having problems. That's all right. That music may be a little loud. There we go. Yeah, the temperature screws with our internet here. So instead, I thought I'd do this static and then send it out right away. This is what they call a static anyway. Hey, thanks for coming in and checking it out. Hey, hit that like button if you would. Uh, Subscribe maybe. Get all notifications. It would really help me. Um, I'll get to this story later. Let's uh, let's talk about some things. Hey, this cold weather we're having right now. My God, everybody, we're dipping down and we're going to be in the single digits here real quick. To some of you, that ain't crap. Michigan here, February is still kind of be expected. It's the end of January. Yeah. Well wishes to those who have to suffer through this cold. Been there, done that. The pipes freeze up. Leave a pencil lead trickle one end to the other. If you don't, you screw yourself. Yeah. Lately, well, not lately, but for the last couple of months, I got away from flour and I got into the distillates. Yeah, fake pen light. It's this one in particular, I believe, is White Widow. Uh, no, this one's sour diesel. It's 84% THC. With that high of a concentrate, you don't want to sit here and get blasted, and cough your guts out. You sip it like a wine. It's worked out. I haven't had it. I've gone through fewer lighters. I don't have to sit here and break up flour in the grinder and then roll it. Maybe rip the paper and have to start. I got several pens already charged. Smoke what I want to. This particular one happens to be a sativa. So I don't want it to knock me the hell out. But I do want it to get me high. Anyway, hope I don't start coughing because I'll have to mute it for a second. No, we're good. Oh, yeah, we're good. Zero dating, which means I have zero dating advice. I'm still looking. Been looking for a very long time. I'm a picky son of a bitch. What can I say? I noticed right away that any of the women I talked to, they were damaged and they hadn't dealt with what the last asshole had done to them. And that just kind of resonates still to this day. I'm sorry, but I, I'm not damaged from my ex any longer. It's been a long enough time. I mean, Christ, get over it. I'll admit, it took about 5, 6 years. And after that, you got to move on with your life, you know. And it's been that long. That's how it goes. I knew that cough was going to come around. Hey, let me tell you this story. Not the story, but hey, it's like a parable. And I saw this on YouTube. This man sitting reading his paper. His son comes to him crying with this truck and this wheel. Dad, My truck is broken. Can you fix this? And the dad looks at it. It is broken, son, and he puts it in the trash. Well, the boy looks up at him and he's like, Dad. So the dad grabs the trash can and lifts it up. The boy grabs the wheel, grabs the truck, and he goes over on the couch, and the boy is he's struggling and he's struggling, and he gets the tire back on the axle of the truck there where it came off, and he gets it on and he grabs it and he runs over and Dad, and and the father picks him up and holds him up and says, Son, I am so proud of you. The dad wasn't going to fix the boy's problem. But the moment the boy fixed his own problem, Dad praised him highly for it. That's how we should be raising our kids. Teach them to do, when they do things that promote their own self-creative, their own self-assurance, their own self-reliance and self-determination. Those are the times we should really be holding them up high. Not just because they did what everybody else did, but because in the sight of defeat, your child rose up above it. It's a good lesson to teach your children and grandchildren. Now, let's see, what's got drama? I don't name names here. Y'all know me better than that. There's been some drama on YouTube. I see it dividing good people, and it shouldn't. People side with this one or side with. It all depends on how you look at how they sided, or promoted, or I'm not going into details, but I learned so many of those lessons long ago. It's like I'm watching a rerun of what I've been through, and I just soon not play with it. I may agree with one side or the other in these drama situations, but I'm not going to go out of my way to crusade for them. I'm sorry, I won't. I'll stand with you on your channel, and I won't go to other channels. If I stand with you on your channel, I'm not about to go to some other channel and talk badly about you. I'm not like lessons learned there. I've seen a lot of people do that shit. They friend up to everybody and then get two parties fighting. I've seen that shit. That's good music. Zakk Wylde, Losing Your Mind. Losing Your Mind. Yeah, let's listen to some THC. There may be more after this, but now I'm going to tell you this story. I had, they both passed. Matter of fact, the child passed as well. My great aunt and great uncle. My great aunt, Dutch hillbilly, she understood German really well though, because her first husband was German. Something like that. Well, she was married to my great uncle, a Texican, Texas Mexican. Always had this great big smile on his face. That or sitting drinking and his legs shaking. Yeah, that was my uncle, my great uncle. The two of them, and they were pretty good together. I mean, loveys and playful stuff, but they both get drinking and away from a crowd, like the family or something like that. And the two of them would get to arguing, and it would become monumental. Well, I mean, monumental, kids. It was always at the end. I could hear it because we lived above them one time. He he'd start cursing her in Spanish, and she'd start cursing him back, and kind of like a mixed Dutch German. It was crazy, and they both understood what they were saying to each other, which was funnier than that. You could hear it. He'd say something, but he he wasn't angry. She was the one angry. He'd be laughing his ass off the whole time, and dishes flew, the cupboards emptied. I ain't shitting ya. Groceries got splattered. Oh my god. Flour. Oh my god. The flour seemed to always come out at the end. Oh my god. By the time the state police arrived, they were both flour covered, laughing their asses off. Half the time sitting on the kitchen floor. I seen it happen about 4 times. My great uncle never hit her, never laid a hand on her. And I heard him tell him, he never hit me, that motherfucker. She was mad because he wouldn't have saw. What about all these dishes? Yeah, and my great aunt would admit she's the one that pulled all them dishes out, threw them at him. He didn't have a scratch on him. He knew how to duck and dodge. The groceries he didn't, because he had a bunch of food on him. You cut anywhere? No, and he's still laughing. Oh my God! By the end of that, all 4 times. Now you remember this is the '70s, early to close to mid '70s. Domestic violence, my ass. My aunt, if she got hurt, it's because she she hurt herself opening something up to throw at him, or. And they knew it. They could tell by his demeanor and by her anger. She didn't fight with them. she was sweeter than hell with them. But that motherfucker, you can take him right now. Well, what did he do? Well, look at me. What did he do? He threw flour back at me. Did he throw any dishes back at you? No. He could have pressed charges for all the shit you threw at him, but they looked into, you hurt? Nope. He did professional sandblasting. I don't know where, anything like that. That was the thing I remember best about it. That smile and his disposition. He was always happy, no matter how ornery my great aunt got with him. Which, like, that was my grandma's sister, and she was not as violent, but as ornery. Yeah, shit happens. Let's find us another song here, kids. I wish I could be doing a live right now and I could be reading some chat. I'm sorry, my internet's really screwing up in this cold weather right now. Damn it. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Tony Iommi. If that's your family, there's the same great aunt and great uncle. My great aunt had a daughter by her first husband, a German. But my great uncle called her Skunky. She was a little heavy set. She didn't keep herself clean all the time. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a personal joke in the family. We didn't tell anybody else. He wouldn't call her that, like out public or anything like that. You know, he was a little courteous there. It's just, that's my family. Yeah. Yes. Lasted cold here. I think it's the teens right now. I had to make a liquor run a little while ago. It took me about a half hour, about a mile and a half back. And that's nothing for this old guy who can walk. Getting a new bike here real quick. I've been saving the last couple of months. Yeah. I want to get another mountain bike. Right now with the snow tires on it. It'll be good in the spring. I'll have, they call them the Continentals. They got a thicker rubber so I can ride on the city streets with it. But right now, mountain bike crib for the snow. I wish I could get a vehicle. It's crap when you stop using your credit, you'll lose it. You get a good credit rating, go find a damn rent-a-center. Yeah, I know that's going to cost you. But go get one of the cheapest freaking things you can at the lowest payment. Something that will keep your credit active. That'll be enough to keep your credit active. There are some banking apps now that you can get for direct deposit. That when you start things like when you pay your bills, it'll start accruing that to your credit rating too. I'm gonna look into that. Because now I don't have a negative, but I don't have a positive. I have a zero credit rating. Basically, that's what they call it. Right now, for a vehicle, I could use it. But until then, old guy's going to do what he's always done and ride. I've had my share of vehicles. I had a Chrysler LHS I really loved. It was a very luxurious car. It wasn't real fast or anything, but I loved that car. It was clean. It was a dark teal color. Anyway, let's see. What are we going to listen to next here, kids? Yeah. I was pissed off and mad about it. Yeah, this one's going to run a little longer, as you can tell. I wish the internet had turned to crap. So I can look over at my TV and I can tell it gives me a double flash because it keeps trying to connect to Wi-Fi. It's not happening. I think there's cable also. I can watch all the cable channels and that. Yeah. Can't watch any of the Roku's though until that comes up. It goes solid. Bleep, 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 bleep. You don't hear it, but I see it. Let's see what else have I got. I'm still looking up north. I almost thought my sister wanted to pair with me, but I got to keep the mindset I need to do this on my own. That's how I got myself from my cousins to here. And from up there, up north down to here. I can go rent a U-Haul. It's just down the road from here. Go rent me a U-Haul and load up my junk and go. But finding a decent place, that's what's hard about it. Yeah. I guess I'm not going to run this one much longer. Anyway, hey kids, thanks for watching. And remember, hit that like, subscribe if you hadn't, and all the notifications. Try to put a few more out, see what happens. Hey, till then, peace out.